It was a long wait at the cash machine. The queue was damn too long, and not all the machines were dispensing. Instead of grumbling, Mona decided to cast her mind on the shopping agenda for the day. No doubt it was going to be a long day. She encouraged herself as she braced up for the day's task. Suddenly, as if by intuition, she shifted her eyes sideways and caught a guy on the next queue, casting a full stare on her. She caught him unaware in such a manner that he couldn't look away. Apparently, the guy has been feeding his eyes on her body. Just thank your stars, Mona thought to herself. If it were to be before, I would have given you the worst eyeing of your life. As she looked away, he adjusted, only for her to realize later that he adjusted to another angle of view. Enjoy. By the time I am done on this queue, I know your breakfast will be over, Mona murmured to herself. Soon it was her turn, and she quickly made her withdrawal and headed straight to the roadside to wait for a bus. A car pulled up at her front, and with the glass down, she looked inside to find the same guy stopping to give her a ride. You can come in, I'll drop you off, he said. Okay, thanks, Mona replied as she stepped into the car. There was a brief silence except for the stereo which she lowered to start a conversation. I'm Timmy, what's yours? Mona, she answered. Nice meeting you. Can you drop your numbers here? He said, pointing his phone towards her. Mona collected the phone and hesitated a little before putting in her phone number. Have it, she said, handing over the phone back to him. Timmy collected the phone and quickly dialed the digits. Mona's phone buzzed. Don't worry, it's me, Timmy said. He drove straight to the next bus station and parked by the side. You should get a vehicle here. Yes, it's okay, thanks, Mona replied and alighted from the car. I'll call you, thanks for the breakfast, Timmy shouted after her. Timmy became a regular caller. He would not allow her phone rest until he has spoken with her for minimum 1 hour each day. Mona was enjoying all the attention until the day he took her on a date. They left the cinema late in the night and he offered to drop her at home. Immediately they got into the car, Timmy lowered her seat and pounced on her. Stop, Mona cried. What? Isn't it a normal thing? I mean, we're dating already. No, I don't do sex. Timmy gradually withdrew from her and leaned back on his seat. So, what is the essence of the relationship? I'm a Christian. I don't do all those stuffs in a relationship, Mona replied. That shouldn't be your excuse. I go to church too. Well, that's me. I don't know about you. If it's not okay by you, we can move. Timmy gave her a mean look and started the car. Mona couldn't believe she actually asked Timmy to move. She had secretly hoped the conversation will never happen, so she can keep enjoying his attention. All along, she had known Timmy was sexually active, but chose to deny the facts. The kind of words he speaks and chats with her were vulgar, but for the sake of loneliness, she couldn't just let go. Out of all her friends, she is the only one not in any kind of relationship, serious or unserious. They were all amazed when she got involved with Timmy and accrued her some respect for catching Mr. Handsome, as they usually call him. I'm sorry, we can still work things out, Mona said, placing her hand on Timmy's lap. It's fine, he said, then drove off in silence. The relationship continued after then. Both of them agreed on a no-sex rule and ensured to keep to it. It was all rosy and sane until the day Timmy returned from a workshop out of town and Mona was helping him unpack his bag. He found a pack of condoms in a side pocket. Timmy, Mona shouted. He looked up immediately to see the pack of condoms in her hands. It was part of the package, he said. Really? She opened the pack and counted the contents. Mona threw a query look at him. Those guys set me up with some babes. I got drunk. That's just it. It's normal, okay? Mona carried her bag and stormed out of the apartment. She had always suspected Timmy, and she already got her tangible proof. It happened just at the time she was hoping to take the relationship further with him. 2 days later, Timmy crawled back begging. Except for the no-sex rule, he found no critical fault in Mona. Babe, we have come a long way. We shouldn't allow this to break us, Timmy pleaded. Timmy, you can't understand. I can't stand infidelity in a relationship. I can look away from any other thing except a cheating partner. Okay, fine. If that's what you want, fine, Timmy shouted, and it was just a matter of time before they parted ways. Mona decided to keep to herself until she finds a godly guy who is serious about marriage. At 32, her mind is no longer on just a relationship, but in settling down into a family. Her values have evolved. She could smell any form of hit-and-run suitors from afar and avoids them like a plague. While she was having a relationship discussion with a colleague at work, her friend mentioned a schoolmate of hers she would like to introduce Mona to. The guy is an auditor and has been to their office on assignments. Her friend confessed that the guy actually inquired about Mona and requested to meet with her. It was a good idea. Amongst other information Mona got about Lucas, she was most satisfied with the fact that the guy is a good Christian and not just a church-goer. Her experiences with Timmy were vivid on her mind, of which she was not proud of most of the stuffs they did together. Lucas is cool and easygoing, although could be naughty at times. It was much easier for them to bond, and within few months they proceeded with their marriage plans and started counseling. Later, they had an introduction to solidify the relationship. Their wedding was scheduled for the following year to allow them enough time to prepare. The relationship worked out well, though not without frictions, until the day Mona began to feel uncomfortable with Lucas's green-eyed attitudes. She gave it a deep thought, but shrugged it away with the explanation that he was just being protective. Mona was rushing into service on a particular Sunday when she bumped into Timmy. They stared at each other for a while and then burst into laughter. "Do you worship here?" Mona asked curiously. "Yeah, just started though," Timmy replied. "Really? That's nice. You're welcome to church," Mona smiled. "I actually joined the online church while doing my MBA in UK and have since then decided that once I land here in the country, I will locate a branch and start worshiping there." "That's really cool. Good to have you back." They entered the auditorium together and the usher led them to sit beside each other. Both of them kept mute all through the service and didn't even exchange a glance. It was on their way out of service that Timmy kicked off a conversation. "Do you still work at your former office?" he asked. "Yeah, I'm still there," Mona chuckled. "But I thought you were on your MSc back then. You should have gotten a better job, I suppose." "Well, I tried, but it didn't work out. Still trying though." "Have you completed the course?" "Yes, just that I have not been able to upgrade with it." "That's serious," Timmy said, trying to show some concern. "Let me see if I can talk to a couple of my HR friends. They might help to hook you up with something better." "I wouldn't mind, so far it is within the town." "No problems, I'll see what I can do." "Okay, thanks." Mona moved to take her leave. "Congrats," Timmy said. "What?" She raised her head. Timmy pointed to her engagement ring. "Oh, thanks," she smiled. Her phone buzzed and she picked the call. "Mona, where are you? I thought the service is over." Lucas's voice came out through the receiver. "I'm just coming out of the church," Mona replied with a shaky voice. "Can you make haste, please? I have been waiting for you at the gate." "Oh, sorry, I'll be with you shortly." Mona quickly cut the call and turned to Timmy. "I'll see you some other time. Nice week." "Okay, enjoy your week," as she took off hurriedly towards the gate. Timmy's 2-year academic stay in the United Kingdom was eventful and memorable. He did not just bag a second degree, he also returned a transformed person. During his stay abroad, he came across some good people who influenced his life positively with their faith and changed his disposition completely about life. He was invited to church, and there he dedicated his life to Christ and became a new person. On his arrival, he kept up with his faith, and it was on one of those days that he went for service that he met Mona again. Of course, he was not thinking about getting back into any relationship with her, especially when it was obvious that Mona is already engaged to be married. He only pitied her plight and wanted to help her secure a better job. He called up Mona during the week to inform her of some job openings and volunteered to help review her CV and cover letter before she submits her applications. They were to meet for lunch at a restaurant in town, and the arrangement was fine with Mona. While Timmy was reviewing Mona's documents, her phone rang on the table. She quickly disabled the video call and opted for audio. "Where are you?" Lucas's voice came out through the receiver. "I'm eating at the restaurant," she said. "Is that why you disabled your location? You couldn't even allow my video call?" Silence. Mona ignored Lucas's queries. "Is the place far from your office, or when are you leaving the restaurant?" "I am leaving shortly. I will soon finish eating." "Okay, call me when you get back to the office," Lucas concluded. Timmy pretended not to hear the conversation. Rather, he quickly rushed through the review and advised on few changes needed to be done on the documents. Mona bumped into Timmy again immediately after church. She was coming out of a service while he was going in for the next service. "Hey, Timmy," called Mona, stretching out his hand to draw her from the crowd. "Good morning. Thanks for the other time," Mona replied. "You are welcome. Have you got any response yet?" "Yes, I have a Skype interview tomorrow morning." "Really? That's good news." "But," Mona stammered. "What?" Timmy asked. "I'm a little nervous. I haven't done a Skype interview before." "That shouldn't be a problem. Just be you and answer the questions confidently." Mona's expression turned scary as she sighted Lucas coming their direction. Timmy looked back, wondering what scared her. He saw Lucas walking towards them. "What exactly is the meaning of all this?" Lucas raised his voice at Mona, ignoring Timmy. "I thought we agreed to meet immediately after the service. What are you still standing here for?" "The service just ended and I was on my way when I met brother Timmy." "Excuse me, Mona. I am going in for service," Timmy said and took his leave. "Okay, thanks. Enjoy the service." "Who is he?" Lucas queried. "One of the brothers in church. Can't I not talk to someone again?" Mona snapped at him. It was a very long day with Lucas. Mona burst into tears immediately she entered her room. She had argued all the way home with Lucas and had hardly stepped out of the car before he sped off, almost throwing her into a ditch. "This can't be the guy I want to marry," she said to herself as tears flowed through her cheeks. Since after their introduction, Lucas's has terribly changed. He suspects and monitors her every move. Initially, she didn't see anything wrong in him knowing her movements, but his actions become irritating whenever he couldn't figure out her whereabouts. Lucas has turned into a jealous lover and easily erupts at the slightest provocation. Mona couldn't stop her tears. It was a defining moment for her. She only needed to make a decision, and that would be all. She picked up her phone to call her parents. Her mother picked the call. "Mommy, I'm no longer getting married to Lucas," Mona said and ended the call. It was all she could manage to say, but her heart felt a relief, as if a heavy burden had just dissolved. She managed to send a message to Lucas too. "I have moved on with my life. I can no longer condone your green-eyed attitudes, so I moved. My parents are already aware we are not getting married again. Kindly inform yours too. I wish you the best of luck." It was another feeling of relief for Mona, like a heavy burden removed from her shoulders. She relaxed on her bed to savor her freedom, but felt a little sting of entanglement again. She searched her mind to know what it could be, and it wasn't long before she discovered that one thing she still needed to let go. She picked up her phone again and typed a message. "I really do appreciate how much you have helped me to secure a better job. Nothing else to say but thank you. I apologize for the drama with my ex-fiancé today. Yes, we already called off the engagement. I am not hoping to connect with anyone soon, but definitely in the future. I wish you the best." With another click, a wave of total freedom breezed across her soul, like a bird set free from a snare. Life took a fresh turn for Mona. Within few months, she experienced a transformation from within as an aftermath of building a healthy self-esteem. She no longer feels weak or incomplete alone. Rather, she harnessed her skills and gifts to become a better person and to influence others positively. She and Timmy avoid each other in church like a plague, and even when they do meet, it is simply greetings. She actually enjoys the fact that he came to terms with her feelings and kept his space. 6 months later. Mona took her seat and bows her head for a short prayer. While praying, she noticed someone slumped into the seat next to her, and she opened her eyes. "Sorry, are you done?" Timmy asked. Mona stared at him in silence. "Can we talk before the service starts?" "Okay. I am indeed sorry about your last relationship and how it ended. I could understand from your message that you needed to heal, and that was why I gave you some space. Meanwhile, I feel the future you spoke about is now, and I would love to be part of it." Timmy expressed himself, not shifting his gaze from Mona. Mona closed her eyes briefly and opened it again. "I'll think about it," she replied. The end. What do you think about Mona in this story? Did she make the right decisions on the long run? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to also share similar experiences for someone to learn. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing stories by Ola.